Yeah, so my name is Andy Jovanovic. I'm the head of digital here at workwarehub.com.au.
But yeah, maybe let's take a step back, recount to maybe what must be 10 to 12 months ago when you guys put on Refunded and started on that journey with us, one of the earlier merchants that we put on.
We were one of the first adopters of Afterpay in 2017. And this shows you kind of really want to be on the pulse of the game. Now, obviously I met you guys a year ago and definitely could resonate with your experience. That was then that particular fashion retailer and working in the industry since 2008. I think this is one of the biggest hurdles. And coming from Europe, where we're talking about, returns rate of 50%, and even in the early 2010s, I guess, where actual USPs were order 4 dresses in different sizes and return 3 free of charge. And that talking 10 years ago, which is obviously not sustainable from all different reasons. So definitely resonated your product with me straight away, and it totally made sense. There were a couple of concerns. Concern number one was, are our returns rate going to increase because we're making it that easy? And speaking to the customer service manager just before, because I touched base with everyone, because I obviously have my views from a marketing perspective and digital perspective. That did not happen. And what we see over the last couple of months is also that the percentage of our returns, while being actually decreasing, I don't think it's anything to do with you guys, but the percentage of that used or refunded being used of that percentage is increasing, which is really good. We had Joel a couple of weeks ago in our office for more marketing meetings, but he, as one of the co-founders, spent an hour with her going through every single detail, and she just can't speak highly enough of him. And that feedback really take it serious from us, because at the end of the day, those are the guys that we value the most, which is our customer service, because that's the face to the customers. And at the end of the day, I think where we align mostly together is customer first.
Yeah, definitely. I think you captured a lot there, and I think talking about firstly, how do you stay ahead in workwear against competition, and talking about being the first to Afterpay, and then when Refunded came up is really being that first mover to get it over the line and offer it to your customers. And it seems like it's made an impact there, maybe offsetting usually what is a loss of a refund and bringing those customers back, not increasing return rates, but actually if money is going out, how do you give that customer a great experience so they come back and purchase quicker and bring that money back into new revenue. That's why I think about customer first. With us, I think Joel's key responsibility is you as the customer, being the merchant. For us, it's making your experience as great as possible. But then it's us working with you guys to make the end customer that experience as great as possible, to ensure that they keep shopping with you guys, and that a merchant that is using Refunded is being more successful than a merchant that isn't using Refunded. I think that's really where it landed.
And everyone can sell once, right? How can you sell more, and how can you really retain that customer? Because we truly believe in what you're doing to give them the best experience. And everyone can sell on price, right? But we want to look after our customer. Our Google rating is 4.9. We have all those different USPs, and in the last 12 months, instant refund became a major USP to Workwear Hub. And we really using our meta descriptions and really plaster it across the site, from homepage to
and
PDF.
What kind of touch points are you using it, Refunded, using that logo, or even a piece of wording or copying to kind of communicate and demonstrate that, to maybe drive what would it drive, maybe conversion, average order value for you guys?
Well, this is obviously the key components is when it comes to other than traffic, but obviously the conversion rate as well as the average order value. And for us, it's not for us, but for everyone in our space, is traffic, average order value, and conversion, probably not that particular order, plus returning customer as a fourth component. So that's what we are about. And having refunded, we believe that we can just get that extra trust to our customer to purchase from us, because first of all, there is a really good service to that specific customer, and any doubts in terms of sizes, which is most of our returns are linked with sizing, and we probably can do a little bit of a better job advertising those. At the same time, dealing with 60 plus brands, a size is not a size, which really helps using refunded in terms of giving that confidence that they can instantly refund it, get the money straight away back and order the other size. Don't have to wait until that whole process, giving return numbers, sending back, us assessing it, and so on. Therefore, when I say being a major USP, as I said before, we have it in our meta descriptions across the site. We did blogs about you guys as well. We really promote heavily on instant free returns, or refunds, I should say. And to showcase how important that is for us for USP, we have you guys on the homepage. So the first thing you will see is our couple of USPs there on the homepage. We have it on every single PDP. We have it on our mini card as well, because we believe, when the customer is at that point, even then when he is committed to purchase, we're still going to give him that confidence. And what we just launched recently was all our size charts as well. So click on the size chart, size guide, size chart, whatever you want to call it. Look at the sizes that you fit and still get that message that even at that point, if you choose something wrong, there's an instant refund available for you.
Yeah, and I think what it's really done and doing across the board, like in Australia, where Refunded is available, is taking all the uncertainty away from purchasing online, where usually, there might be that bit of anxiety to make a purchase. And, if it doesn't work out, if it's the wrong size in WorkWayHub's case, that customer could usually be out of pocket and be like, oh, I'm going to be waiting. I guess with you guys, what we've been able to do is provide that refund in a second and then bring them back and redirect them back to your site to make a repurchase. And on that, is that like going a bit more specific on that repurchase? I need to talk about returning customers as one of the, like a returning customer post refund, or even, it might be easy to bring a customer to purchase once, but how can you bring a customer to purchase 2, 3, 4 times a year?
Exactly.
As like with Refunded at that touch point of a refund, do you see that a customer that uses Refunded versus a customer that doesn't use Refunded to be more valuable? Are they repurchasing more, spending more? I think you might have seen some reports from our team, but
look, I saw obviously the reports from your team, and there is an increase in what they spend in terms of the average order value. So is the repurchasing time, what we sell and how we are probably a little bit different to most of your other customers. You mentioned this, is that we sell, at the end of the day, we sell needs, not wants, if you want. And a tradie that is somewhere out and his boot has a hole and his feet are getting wet, he wants that shoe today or tomorrow, but not in 6 weeks. So if he doesn't have that option, most likely he will probably run into the next physical workwear store to get that boot if he can't get it from us. So I think this is even more important for us, that we offer him that instant refund so he can order that shoe or whatever it is straight away with confidence. And if it's the wrong size, he has it the following day.
Awesome. No, it's a really good use case for you guys, for that particular customer, to make sure that they've got the confidence, because they do need it right away.
Exactly.
For that work day, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then to kind of bring it back a bit, especially across like retail and e-commerce with website migrations, development, there's always a roadmap of things to do, and I'm sure that is the same with you guys. You guys really went for Refunded and saw it as a priority. I wanted to talk a bit about the integration and how you guys found that, and past the integration, the communication with the team at Refunded, and how's that experience been? I know you mentioned Joel, but more broadly, like on that integration timeline, how long did it take? Was it easy? Were there hiccups or anything? I know it's now probably 10 months ago or so that we went live.
No, but there's a bit of being now in that e-commerce space for a very long time, I guess, in our industry. What I know is, or what I learned is that nothing goes per timeline ever, no matter what it is. And it is always something that delays that process. And why I remember that with you guys is it was just easy as. It was basically a plugin. It was there, and I was here like sweating and let's test it. What did go wrong? What did it break? And nothing. So it just was like basically turn on the switch. We gave access to Joel again, and he said it's live. And you're like, well, live until I tested it, no worries at all. Liz and him, our customer service manager, had done quite a few contact communication, I guess. And she can speak, as I said before, highly of him because it was just such a seamless process. And actually went into that much that we were so impressed that we asked Joel for some other things to help us with giving the how quickly that went.
Yeah, for sure. I think I wish I could take praise for that, but that's definitely and our tech team at Refunded, led by Joel and Milan. But yeah, they're incredible at just making that process so seamless, because we have seen like coming into retail and e-commerce, understanding that the biggest challenge is, integration and adding things to a roadmap.
And really it took us like, I'm talking from memory because it's been a bit of a while, but I think in 2 hours we had our tests done and woke up the next morning and just looked through what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. I think we've spoken a bit about, on a quantitative level, what Refunded has driven across, repurchases, conversion, average order value, but on a more qualitative level from the end customer, from your customers, has there been any feedback there, aside from obviously more purchasing and spending for you guys, but has there been any more qualitative through reviews and customers really liking the unique selling proposition of an instant refund through Refunded?
It was, but some of them couldn't believe, didn't really know how to go with that, and that was, I think, the hesitance in the beginning to use it. And then that was kind of the first hurdle. Once we expressed it to them, I was like, this is amazing. And you see that once they use it, they always come back. There is a little bit that initial like kind of hesitance because it was new, especially 12 months ago. And then the amount of details, because they have to create an account with you guys, there was a little bit of hesitancy with that in the beginning. But I believe we have templates in place now to explain the whole process. And that's also something that I think Joel and Liz have been working together to explain that a little bit better on our side.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think it is, especially when you are dealing with, a product like this. Also, sometimes customers can think it's too good to be true, and that they don't actually believe it's like, oh, better not. But it's about educating and communicating that, hey, this is a partnership with yourself, the customer, Workwear Hub, and Refunded. In offering this product, for sure. And then outside of Refunded, what have you guys been up to? What's next?
So we just have right now our 10th birthday, 10th anniversary. We popped it up with Dometic. Thank you. With Dometic, and just giving away, like doing promotions where we actually do, again, customer first, partner up with other brands to give a really good experience on a product that a tradie, for instance, uses every single day. It's like right now what we have with our 10th anniversary is a rooftop tent automatic. It is some fridges that can be put back in it, like drinkware. We know how important it is to, we live in a pretty hot country, just hydration and stuff like that. Just like always doing something that's relevant for our customers, that we can basically offer the whole package to our customer, like depending on what site you are, what trade you do, we can really kit you out from top to bottom. So there's watch this space.
It's like a one-stop shop for everything you need. Do you guys, and just out of interest, do you guys do like bundle packages at all? Or?
Well, that's exactly watch this space, because that's really the loop that I think will boost us to the next level in the next couple of months. Can't talk too much about it yet.
That's really good. Good to hear.